Hey, wonderful people. Welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot. And in this whole video, we're going to look into Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and as well Gemini Rising weekly general tarot reading August 16th, I'm sorry, up until August 22nd, 2021. And if you are interested, guys, into a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, checking out the description down below is going to give you a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. And as well, if you are interested into the weekly uploads we do, you wish to support me here on YouTube, make sure you do subscribe for the channel and as well hit the notification bell. So with that being said, let's jump straight away to the Gemini reading of the week. The very first card you do have, Gemini, that will be the Nine of Cups, followed by the second card here, which is the Three of Pentacles. Moving next, we have the Ten of Swords. And the last card, the last prime card of your spread, that will be the Ten of Pentacles. And I'm saying last prime card because there are going to be 4 more cards. I will use the Elements of Dignity's technique, which will allow me to read in pairs. And should you be interested into it, make sure to learn it yourself. Make sure you do send me an inquiry at my Facebook page or send me an email. So, Gemini, how this exactly is going to play out, I will need the additional cards. But at some point throughout the week, either through criticism from others or either because you will see somebody as an example, it may play out in a few more ways as well. But again, we're going to see that when it comes to the catalysts. You guys are going to come to some kind of an action or decision which is about to change your day-to-day routine. And I'm very curious of what is going to happen. And now the thing it is that it's not going to be a bad move. And you also are to be guided through it, but the result, it will be a result where you will have to you will have a lot at your hands at the end of the week, a lot of things to not to resolve, but to undertake, a lot of things to pay attention to as well, a lot of things to fulfill, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And so starting up here with the very first card, which is the Nine of Cups, and it is catalyzed with the Five of Pentacles. And this here, it is they are a passive friends, okay? And this here, it is the satisfaction of the satisfaction of how small thine problems are in comparison of somebody else's. Okay, that is no different than seeing, say, your career, and while your career isn't perfect by a large margin or by some margin, okay, it may not be by a large margin, but by some margin, the career of somebody around you, it is a far worse than yours, and thus at that point you are to start becoming very grateful that at the very least, you know, you are in that position, which position you are in, which will allow you to see the blessings that you have not paid attention up until this point. And once you do so, you're going to start feeling much better than you have felt into the previous week, being grateful for what you have. And as well, this state will make you contemplate of how to maintain these blessings, you know, how not to lose these blessings, which from its own standpoint is going to start making you question the lifestyle you may planning to do, or the way how you planning to approach your love life, the way how you planning to approach your career life. That is an analysis here that we do have of how you can sustain the blessings of your life and as well improve based on these blessings. But at the start of the week, just the sheer fact, you know, that you will see that it could have been far worse than it is. It's gonna make you feel quite fulfilled and sensual to the joy that you can experience, that you can experiencing with the things you have. And I think that you will dive into the abundance that you possess and make the most out of it. And right after that, the Three of Pentacles takes place, which is going to be catalyzed by the King of Wands here. And we do have a passive neutrals, and that is the collective of agendas. Hearing what everybody has to say, but not necessarily taking everything or digesting everything. That is no different than picking up only the positive aspects of someone's idea, and then combining those positive aspects into one thing that it is entirely positive. These two cards also are speaking about the unconditional support you are to acquire into moving into the week itself. And as well, it does speaks for it's not devotion, but the sense of responsibilities which you are going to have, meaning that you are going to place the more important matter first, and having fun and kind of like entertaining yourself is going to come second to first. But with these two cards here, should you have any issues understanding, how to improve your career or how to improve your relationship, you are going to come up to that idea based on the fruitful discussions you're going to have with other people and the examples that you are going to get from them. So these drastic measures that you are about to make right after these cooperations are based on example, and they are based on your observation and recon, so to speak, of how others are dealing with their life, what others are doing as a mistake. Make sure you do not make those mistakes, making sure that you are not going to make those mistakes, and seeing others, how they what success they have with their actions, trying to replicate those actions as well. So it's no different than taking only the good stuff and and avoiding the old stuff that the good stuff carries with them. But on a more practical level with these two cards, career-wise or relationship-wise as well, you can expect a lot of discussions and a lot of cooperations with your colleagues, with your social circle as well, where not necessarily everybody is going to be on the same page, but the positive aspects of these pages can write a new story. Okay, so even if at the start there is a criticism that is streaming in between two people, saying between your wife or a husband and you definitely can find a common ground into these arguments. And once you do so, the Ten of Swords here takes place, and it is catalyzed by the Six of Swords. And my God, these are active supporters. And once you do reach that common ground, once you do shape the idea, so to speak, which you have gathered from all of the examples in front of you, your determination, it will be unbroken and unbound as well. These two cards here are speaking for, I don't know even how to explain it into English, so I will try to give you an example of it. When you have a something in mind, or when you have a goal, so to speak, when you do have a fulcrum, nothing else matters. And it's not like you are determined to, well, you will be determined to accomplish it at all costs at that point of the week, being determined to do whatever it takes, but doing it in a such way that whatever happens, it will be better than what it was before. And that is because usually such kind of approach, it does provoke certain amounts of fear into thine soul, a fear of the unknown, a fear of what will happen if I fail, a fear of, for example, you love somebody so much, but you never divulge that, and you are seeing an examples around where people are divulging their emotions to the people of interest of theirs, and yeah, at some point, or in some cases isn't working out, but in the majority of the cases is working out, and you determine yourself, no matter what, I am going to divulge my emotions, because at the end of the day, whatever happens is going to be better than what it is right now. At least at the end of the day, you will know, is it going to work out or it won't. And in either cases, you ain't going to waste your time anymore. But with these cards that we have, you will do it in the most beneficial manner, or you will do it in a way that's you increase your chances to the maximum, either career wise or either relationship wise. So towards the end of the week or the very late stages of the week, you will find yourself being very courageous and taking on a snap decisions with your mind, not thinking about, for a second about the past, not thinking about for a second that you may fail. Okay, that is also speaking for a very positive attitude here, and that will provoke a new dawn into your life, as we can see right after that with the 10 of Wands. But I was about to say something else here. And that whole thing is going to be based on a retrospective of yours. The whole thing, I mean, that these irrevocable decision making and irreversible action taking. Because when you do make a retrospective with your past, you will see alone that if you don't say, or if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So, and lastly, we do have the 10 of Wands. This is how your week here ends, Gemini, with the 4 of Pentacles. These are active neutrals here, and the end of the week, you will pretty much attend to constructing your future, seeing that your future can be very well secured, seeing your future relationship, say, or a future career, or your current things, the future of your current endeavors can be very well secured, but there is still much work to be done. There is still so many things to be accomplished and attended to. And true, you will have a lot of things at your hand. Many things are going to move around at some places, at some stages. I'm sorry, at the end of the week, you may feel a little bit overburdened as well. But at that point, you're also going to have that astute sense what's worth fighting for and what doesn't worth fighting for, as well. With a ease, you will be able to take a precautionary measures. Your future not to be jeopardized, because whatever threats you are to anticipate, at the end of the week, it's going to become clear that these threats are way more trifling than you may thought they were, and therefore such a drastic and colossal measures are not required. With much more easygoing approach, you can accomplish the same result. So that is pretty much your reading, Gemini. It does seem that the start of the week is going to be a little bit of an awakening for you, a wake-up call, which will actually provoke you to take on a truly decisive measures to build up a rather solid future career-wise or relationship-wise. So yeah, that was your reading, guys. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do liked it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.